So, ladies and gentlemen, the Custos is now here, and now we await the arrival of the Deputy Prime Minister. So we still cannot begin immediately, as I promised you, because they called to say they are running a little late. So bear with us a little while longer.
Audio check. Mic check. Mic check. Audio check. Mic check. Audio check. Mic check. Audio check.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're hearing me because it doesn't sound like I'm. Hello? Hello? Good
Check,
afternoon.
check, check.
Hello. Ch. Yeah, I'm hearing me now. I don't know about you, but I'm hearing me. Okay, so here we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shermeen Barrett, and I'm the Acting Deputy President of the University of Technology, Jamaica, and I'll be your MC to guide you through the program this afternoon. Allow me to establish protocol. Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, and Member of Parliament for St. James Northwestern. Bishop the Honorable Conrad Pitkin, Custos of St. James. Dr. Kevin Brown, President of the University of Technology, Jamaica, my president. Ms. Antoinette Smith, Campus Coordinator, UTech Jamaica Western Campus. Mr. Paulton Gordon, Director of Community Service and Development, UTech Jamaica. UTech academic members of staff and administrative staff. Our guest speaker, Mr. Oral Heaven, President, Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Dr. Michelle Pinnock, Director, Region 4, Ministry of Education and Youth. Not sure she's in the room as yet, but when she comes, tell her I welcomed her. Mr. Elijah Green, Information Service Division Manager, Scientific Research Council. Ms. Nadine Spence, Area Chair, JHTA. Mr. Aaron Samuel, Superintendent, Police, Commanding Officer, St. James. And among us, we have some platinum sponsors. We want to welcome you, acknowledge you. We have, and you will see the various, what do you call these things? Banners around showing us our different ones. We want to acknowledge all our sponsors, and they are nicely identified. We have New Fortress, we have SRC, we have the National Baking Company, we have, am I missing anybody? No, I think that's it. And JPS. Oh, JPS did not have light today. So it's in a little darkness down in a bag. So, but we acknowledge them nonetheless. Our students, members of the press, other specially invited guests, welcome to this launch of the inaugural STEM camp in the western section of our country and UTech Jamaica Western Campus. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought it would be remiss of me not to include in my opening remarks an observation that we are in what is described as the tourism mecca of Jamaica, and I would dare say of the Caribbean. And yet here we are to launch a STEM camp. And one may ask, what's the link between tourism and STEM? Because when we hear STEM, we don't hear tourism. And so I want to take a little time to help you to know the relevance. So let's look at booking and reservation systems. Advanced algorithms and software development have revolutionized how you and I travel, how we book flights, accommodation, tours. Just think of Expedia, Airbnb, Booking.com, they rely heavily on computer science and data analysis. Did you know that? Oh, only 2% of my audience. All right, so look at virtual and augmented reality technologies that offer virtual tours. Some of us don't even have to go again. You just sit and you get the virtual tour. So, but it enhances our marketing strategies and allow tourists to experience locations way before visiting those. Then we have the travel apps that helps you to go into Mexico if you're like me and you just put in your thing. You know, not like me when I did conversation Spanish at UWI when I was there, and I feel good. So I get into Peru. And I came out the morning and said, Buenos dias. And the lady said, and I said, geez, what is that? I went to breakfast very sad because I didn't understand what the lady was saying, but I had practiced so hard. What she was telling me is good morning, but I was taught Buenos dias. And she said, Buenos dia. So I'm listening for the S and the S, and there was no S, no S. So I think maybe if I had an app, it would tell me the local pronunciation. So now we have it. Data science help tourism companies analyze large data sets to understand customer preferences, predict trends, and personalize services. Again, impacting the way we market tourism. Then there is the engineering that plays a critical role in developing eco-friendly infrastructure, such as green buildings and sustainable waste management systems, which are essential for promoting responsible tourism. Environmental science also informs sustainable tourism practices, helping us to minimize the environmental impact of tourism activities and mitigate the effects of climate change, ensuring that we have resilient tourist spots. And the last one I want to talk about is what dominates now, and that is drone technology. So drones are used for aerial photography. You can't go to a wedding these days and you don't see over your head. But it's also offering to tourism new perspectives for marketing and providing tourists with unique experiences. And that's just a few of the many ways in which I have identified the link between STEM and the tourism sector. So if anyone should ask you, when you leave here today, why were you at a STEM launch for STEM in Montego Bay? You can now, what is the word, accurately? I wanted a little bit more than that to show that you're knowledgeable. You know, you are well advanced in your knowledge. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you to stand and allow us to sing the UTech song. And we're going to be led by Ashanae Brown. I'm so sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. With art, science, and technology, let's build a future together. A future that is like a ship sailing bravely through any weather. As we seek to enrich our lives, new heights explore. UTech stands to point the way to make our future secure. University of Technology, Jamaica. We will always sing in praise of you. And the knowledge you give teaches us how to live. So to UTech will always be true. You teach us to give of our best, to lend a hand, to inspire, to answer where duty's called, to aim yet higher and higher. It shall lead us, your banner will be unfurled, as we proudly stand to serve our nation and the wide world. University of Technology, Jamaica, we'll always sing in praise of you. And the knowledge you give teaches us how to live. So to UTech will always be true. And The knowledge you give teaches us how to live. So to you, tech will always be true.
Thank you, Ashani. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. And now I'd like to invite the Costas, Bishop, the Honorable Conrad Pitkin, to do the invocation. Just before the invocation, can somebody help me, please? Because I have massacred your thing. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes. See, we got to use some technology on you now.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I will show that I don't add any more massacring to your gadget. This morning, as I was preparing for an occasion later on, this evening I thought of or came into my spirit this lovely text that I would like to share with you. And I know it is possibly well known by most, if not all persons here. Thank you, Madam Master Samanis. It is taken from Jeremiah 29, verses 11 and 12, possibly 13. For I know the thoughts that I think of you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and you shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken or hear you. And verse 13 states, and ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your hearts. I invite you to read that text on your spare time again. And you may want to use a marker, a highlighter, and highlight it in your Bible or on your device. Whenever time you feel a little bit down or feel like you need to be challenged, the word of the Lord is the best place to go. And it's so awesome that there's an answer in God's word for everything. May we bow heads in prayer. Eternal God and our Father, we bow hearts before you in gratitude and thanksgiving for your divine goodness towards us. And as a people, the blessings with which you have blessed us. Thank you for our beautiful island home. Thank you for your guidance and your protection. Today, as we are gathered for the launching of this summer camp, we thank you for the vision and the insight of the University of Technology, for its leadership, led by its president, Dr. Brown. We pray, Father, that as they seek to educate and to prepare our young people for leaders of our nation, that you'll continue to grant them wisdom, that their lives will be blessed in all their endeavors, and that they may constantly be led by you. And in this inaugural launch here in the city of Montego Bay, Western Jamaica, we thank you. We pray that those who will participate at the end of the time spent, they will testify of the benefit that this camp has been to them and to empower them as they move forward in life. We pray for your guidance during this evening's activities. Guide every person that will participate and lead us now, we pray. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Custos. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to help me welcome the President of the University of Technology, Jamaica, Dr. Kevin Brown, to welcome you. Just a minute. I would like us to welcome the President of the University of Technology, Jamaica. Ah, that sounds more like it. Thank you.
Thank you, and I hope you'll keep the same energy going for all the other speakers as well. Thank you, Professor Barrett, our acting deputy president. And I believe that the app she was looking for is called Duolingo. Anyone familiar with Duolingo? Professor Barrett, there. You're not keeping up with the technology because everybody else knows Duolingo. I was introduced to it by my son, so I've been saved by my son who was doing French and said, well, you need to get this app. I also want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Horace Chang, our Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, and I'm a Member of Parliament in the West. And I want to thank Dr. Chang for being here because he had a prior engagement in Kingston and somehow still found the time to be here with us. And so on behalf of the UTech staff and students and community, I want to thank you, Dr. Chang, for making the effort to be in here, and we appreciate it. It signals to me that the government is serious about STEM and what it means for the future of Jamaica and how we now need to prepare with some urgency all our students, not just tertiary education, but at all levels, prepare them for a future based on technological change, which is rapidly occurring. And so we need to ensure that all our institutions, including UTech, are ready and have the full support of government. So thank you, sir. I also wish to acknowledge Bishop Conrad Pittman, our Custos, who was sharing with me before the start that his son is a past student of UTech and has gone on to achieve great things in the United Kingdom, courtesy of his education from our noble institution. So good to meet you, Custos Pitkin, and also other special invited guests. But let me just acknowledge also Miss Antoinette Smith, who is our Western Campus Coordinator, and her team. Initially, I have to admit that when she came to me with this idea that we need to reach out to the Western community and we should start with a STEM camp, a STEM summer camp, I was asking, really, is that something we should prioritize? But I must commend her for her vision and passion because she sticks to her guns. And, you know, she got support from us and her entire team to make this happen. And I just want to thank her and commend her on a job well done. But of course, we could not be here without the support of our sponsors. And so, you know, it's good to see New Fortress here and supporting UTech, supporting STEM education in Jamaica more broadly. Thank you so much for your continued support. Outside of this event, they give us scholarships every year, and I look forward to the next batch that our students welcome, right? So thank you so much. You know, the Tourist Enhancement Fund, National Bakery, and others, we appreciate the support. Jamaica is at its best when the public sector, because UTech is a public institution, when the public sector and the private sector partner together, we are at our best, right? So We appreciate the sponsorship. Let me also acknowledge members of staff here. I see Professor Thorpe, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Computing, other deans, other academics. I can see them all at the back there. That program directors. I'm not going to start with the names now because they'll never end, but let me just acknowledge you all and thank you all for traveling from Kingston to be here to support this event. So to our students, welcome, members of the press and other specially invited guests. So thank you all for being here. So why are we here? We are here because UTEC has a mandate. UTEC has a mandate to produce Jamaica's future workforce. And for us to achieve that mandate, we have to ensure that we are meeting the needs of Jamaica, the region, and the world. And what is happening, as everyone can see, is there's rapid technological change. And so now we have the artificial intelligence, and we have intelligent machines and robotics, and you can't just put them back in a box. These are technological developments that are actually threatening certain jobs, right? And so we now have to pivot as an institution in terms of the curriculum and the programs that we offer. And so part of that pivot is to ensure that we have a pipeline of students who are qualified to enter the institution. And so the STEM summer camp is targeting high school students in particular. And why are we doing that? Because education is an ecosystem. We can't just say, well, we're going to focus on tertiary education and leave everyone behind. You need to start at early childhood. And then, so those students, as early as young as 4 and younger, should be introduced to STEM. And so you have a pipeline through the early childhood system into primary schools, into high schools, into the universities. So we are trying to ensure that we encourage and support the drive towards STEM by having the summer camp, reaching out to these high schoolers, exposing them to the future, and of course, encouraging them to consider pursuing their studies at UTEC. So that's essentially what we're trying to achieve here with this summer camp. But beyond that, I believe that UTEC has a social responsibility to give back to Western Jamaica. We have been here for a few years. We serve a community that includes several high schools. And so this is also an attempt to give back to the community in partnership with our sponsors from the private sector to allow these young people to access this summer camp and to learn and to be excited by technology, right? So that's the aim of what UTEC is trying to achieve here. And so I just wanted to thank you again for your support from everyone involved to make this a reality. And I'm sure, Ms. Smith, this will be an annual event, right? Because I can see New Fortress is smiling, which means that they're committed. And I'm sure Dr. Chang won't mind coming here every year to bring greetings and to represent the government of Jamaica, because Jamaica has to be ready for the future. We will not be left behind. And as Professor Barrett said, yes, we're in the tourism mecca, but tourism is also pivoting to technology, right? And if you think about how you book your flights, when I was younger, to book a flight, what did you do? You'd physically walk into a travel agent. Do those exist anymore still? Yes? They do, but how many of you book a flight online or have tried to? Not so much? Okay, it's catching up? Okay. But that's really where the world is pivoting to. You book a flight online, you book your resort online, you rent your car online, you buy online, right, Dr. Chang? Exactly. That is where the world is pivoting to. And so behind all of those websites are algorithm. Artificial intelligence is not new. It's just that ChatGPT is a different version. But all these websites have some level of machine learning behind them, right? So our students now need to be aware of how these things work and to pursue careers in these various fields. So that's what we're trying to achieve. And together, we're going to ensure that Jamaica is not only known for tourism, but also known for having a work-ready, technology-based workforce. So thank you again, and I look forward to the rest of our launch event and the subsequent summer camp to come. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome, first of all, and Dr. Michelle Pinnock, Director, Region 4, Ministry of Education and Youth, and to invite her now to come and give greetings.
Honorable Bishop Pitkin, or Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Prime Minister, and most importantly, our Member of Parliament. Yes, that's the core, yes. Yes. Dr. Kevin Brown, our President of UTEC, and other members of the UTEC fraternity, especially our visionary Miss Antoinette Smith. Give her a round of applause. Mr. Oral Heaven, President of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce, and other members of the Chamber, our beloved Miss Verona Carter, New Fortress Energy. We could not do it in education without you. Miss Samuels, National Baking Company, Mr. Green of the SRC, Miss Nadine Spence of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourism Association, to our many principals in the audience, to our teachers, our students, the media, members of our community, good afternoon. Answer me. Good afternoon. Excellent, excellent. I bring you greetings on behalf of our Minister of Education and Youth, Honorable Favor Williams, and all the members of the ministry. I am truly delighted to witness this launch of UTEC's STEM Summer Camp in Western Jamaica. Give them a round of applause. My students will be engaged over the summer. They'll be engaged under the theme, Think, Collaborate, and Innovate to Grow and Be Resilient. What a powerful theme. We are committed to nurturing the minds of our young people to ensure that they are future ready. I know that this camp will provide a unique opportunity for our students to engage in hands-on learning experience that will encourage critical thinking, teamwork, and creativity. I'm excited to see the amazing topics, ideas, and projects that our students will be engaged in. And I want you to understand that by thinking critically, working together, and embracing new ideas, we will not only grow in our understanding of science, technology, engineering, and math, but we will also be building resilience that is needed to tackle the future and, of course, our current challenges. By fostering these skills, we are empowering our young minds to overcome all our challenges and, of course, to drive innovation in our society. Ladies and gentlemen, in Western Jamaica, we dub ourselves the region of innovators. So let us continue to inspire and to enrich, ensuring that our young people are future ready. Thank you for being a part of this exciting journey of discovery and growth. And let's make this summer a summer to remember. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pinnock. And we look forward to the continued support of the ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like now to invite Mr. Elijah Green, Information Service Division Manager at SRC, to bring greetings, and he would be followed immediately by a video presentation.
Dr. Horace Strong, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of National Security, Honorable Bishop Conrad Pitkin, Custos of St. James, Dr. Kevin Brown, the President of UTEC JA, and all our official guests, welcome and good afternoon to being a part of this special occasion. First, I want to say it's a pleasure to be a part of this summer camp. But firstly, what is STEM? Do anybody know what STEM is? All right. Dr. Chung, what is STEM, Dr. Chung? Correct, correct. That's why he's the MP, correct. So yes. But STEM, the acronym STEM, was officially coined in 2001 by the US National Science Foundation. And STEM is the movement which was developed to respond to the growing worries of students being not sufficiently prepared for the 21st century high-tech jobs. So there was issues in terms of students matriculating for the jobs in the future. So that's the reason why STEM was created. Therefore, the Scientific Research Council is thrilled to be a partner of this program. We're thrilled because we want to be a part of this initiative to create concepts that push the mandate of science and technology in Jamaica. And the way we can do this is by partnering with private sector companies and also other public sector companies to push the mandate. Our team is very dedicated to be a part of this. We have introspective persons, we have mentors who will partake in the summer camp, who will change the way our students look at STEM. I'm guaranteed when students are finished with this program, they will come out better than when they started, because the Scientific Research Council will equip them to see and look at STEM from a different perspective. So, guys, let's welcome this new inaugural innovative step by the UTEC Western Campus to push the mandate of STEM. And I'm looking forward to future programs that will be a part of this for a long period. Thank you, guys.
Yes, next time we'll do it a little longer. Greatness should be longer. Yes, so we'll loop it at a little later. He's ready to go again, but we will hold for now. Thank you so much. So you are at the place for? All right, so we need to play it again. They didn't hear. One more time, you play it. They will hear.
You
Okay, so let's go again. So you're here at University of Technology, the birthplace of... You're getting better. Still not, reach great yet. That voice don't sound great, but we'll get there, we hope. Let me invite Miss Nadine Spence, Area Chair, Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, to greet us.
Thank you so much, Madam Master of Ceremonies. Professor, I need these days. Professor Barrett, the Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, our Deputy Prime Minister of Jamaica and Member of Parliament for this region, and the gentleman that told me that I was having a son, and Dr. Kevin Brown, President of UTEC, Mr. Oral Heaven, President of Mobile Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Verona Carter, VP of New Fortress, honorable guests, faculty of the University of Technology, the media, those in the audience, students, good afternoon. It is my great pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the Council and members of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association at this, the first STEM launch here in Western Jamaica. Yes, I had to research what STEM, it's an acronym that is being flung all over the place. So thank you for bringing those in the audience. Some of us not sure of what it means. So you did a great job asking, what does that mean? Now I have to confess, when I first heard the theme, think, collaborate, and innovate to grow and be resilient, I thought, that's a lot to put on a t-shirt. But separate from that, this theme perfectly captures what we need for our future leaders: creativity, teamwork, and a whole lot of resilience. Dr. Brown, thank you for starting at the high school level. Why do I say that? When I left high school and went into work, I did not know what to do with a computer. Well, that was then. I literally asked, do you press enter after you put something in? And the whole audience, well, most of them was like, where did she come from? But it's a good place to start. Never take it for granted. We don't all know what we think others know. We don't. So thank you for starting there. The objects of this STEM summer camp align beautifully with the University of Technology's mission to serve our communities, especially here in Western Jamaica, by increasing access to tertiary education and focusing on holistic growth. This camp is shaping the future of Jamaica. And let's face it, we could use a few more tech-savvy kids to lead this nation. At the JHTA, we understand the unique pull of brand Jamaica. Our island is not just about beautiful beaches and people, although we do love those. It is also about innovation and staying ahead of a competitive world. Technology is transforming our industry, from enhancing guest experiences with augmented reality to optimizing operations with AI-driven services. Imagine this. You said it, Professor Barrett. A guest checks into a hotel and is greeted by a virtual tour guide, and that tells them all about the best local spots created by one of your future campers, perhaps. Or think about the car rental industry, of which I'm a part of. We use data analytics to make renting a car as smooth as possible. Some of us, when we travel to Europe, we see cars parked alongside, and all you use is your phone to open the car, and you're ready to rent, and you're gone. Don't worry, it will get here soon. I'm sure one of these campers will help us to execute. This camp aims to provide exposure to key areas of the STEM curriculum, a fun, exciting, and in a relatable manner. It will create a foundation for underrepresented and talented youths from St. James and neighboring parishes, empowering them with the knowledge and skills to pursue STEM-related careers and higher education. We, as a community, hope that nurturing their talents and curiosity We are investing in individuals who will drive efficiencies and innovations across all industries and spaces. We want to say thanks again for doing this launch in Western Jamaica. We are good for it, and we will do you proud. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, recently a conference was held at the University of Technology, Jamaica, and at that which focused on STEM. And thank you for that must have been STEM minus 101. You know, that's so basic, because that's just the beginning of what STEM is about. But anyway, it's good to get the acronym right and to know what is there. And our Prime Minister at that conference declared Jamaica a STEM island. And so one wonders, what does that mean for our country? Well, UTech has an idea, and UTech has a vision, and UTech was excited to hear that. UTech knows that there is much to be done to make Jamaica indeed a STEM island. But it begins with the declaration, just like a policy, and then you begin to implement. And so it's no wonder that the Honorable Minister made it a point of duty. Thank you, sweetheart. That's it. Please note, Minister, is your member of team helping me out. Okay? Yeah, so she's making sure a promotion is due. All right. Anyway, so the minister made it his point of duty to be here in support of that call. So at this point, we want to invite the Honorable Minister Horace Chang to come and give his greetings.
Thank you, moderator, Deputy President, Ms. Charmian Barrett. Is it right? Yes. I rushed here as from a graduation of the police college this morning, where in fact, sorry, a little bit. All right, I'll raise it here. I came down from the graduation of the 53 batch of graduates from the police college this morning. Of interest, the valedictorian was a young lady named Ms. Ronika Rodney with a BSc from University of Technology. Right. This is on this here. Allow me to recognize our team here. First, Bishop Conrad Pitkin. I just whispered the customers, you know, I've been seeing so often he plays a critical role here, that there's a retirement age of 75 for custodians, but I'm telling him he won't have any more birthdays for a while. And I'm sure that I'll get the support of my team from Montego Bay. Right? I'm still there. Yes, of course, Dr. Kevin Brown, President of UTech. Good to have you in Montego Bay. Thank you for coming here, sir, and welcome. I don't see the mayor and other representatives here, but of course, Mr. Heaven, who is our guest speaker today from the Chamber of Commerce, other member of the Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Sylvia, our immediate past president. Yes, the ladies are here. Of course, our JHT rep who just spoke, Ms. Spence, and a patient of mine some time back. All right. The sponsors, Ms. Carter, and of course, Dr. Michelle Pinnock from the Ministry of Education, other distinguished guest representatives, who are here to support University of Technology on their launch of their summer STEM camp in Montego Bay. First, I'm here for more than many reasons. One, I'm very pleased to see the interest and the activity of University of Technology in Montego Bay. I think a few months back I attended the graduation of one of their business cohort. And when I got the invitation, actually the student council actually invited me to a national event in, well, so I say, at their main campus. The president of the student council invited me to it. I told him I'd give my commitment that I'm coming to Montego Bay first. So it's good to have, I want to give UTech all the support we can. The UTech Western Campus, all the support that it deserves and will have personally. I want to say that the
move to get into STEM is crucial. It's not only the government policy, but I want to assure Dr. Brown that there is a legacy of STEM activity in the Western region. You know, Cornell College under Mr. A. Barrett actually could have been considered almost a STEM school at the time. It is, when I speak, it might even be forgotten by most. Cornell College was the only school that offered only 2-point maths at A level. You did pure maths and applied maths. You only did maths at A level if you couldn't do pure and applied maths, so you did it as a, not as a failing student, but not as strong as you should be in maths. And for years, Cornwall offered only pure maths and applied maths. A lot of our engineers actually came out of that. Times changed, and of course, it was felt we should broaden the course now. But in that milieu, bear in mind that that ecosystem also provided us with Professor Rex Nettleford. So it wasn't that we neglected the arts at the time. Also in biology, we did zoology and botany, never biology. It was considered a weaker course to expose students to life science, but not a course for exam. So that's, in fact, I ended up doing zoology and botany before I entered medicine. It was very useful, in fact, and that's why I got the university scholarship, because for Jamaican high schools, it was one of the few schools that offered botany. And when you get to university, you had to do courses in both. And the university scholarship exam was based on biology, zoology, and botany. So it provided a base, a better base. But so there's a legacy for that in the Western region, and we welcome you. At a policy level, of course, the government is committed to expanding the opportunity in STEM. We know that the chancellor for University of Technology is one who is not only a scientist, but has made himself wealthy out of science, Chancellor Carney. And we're very pleased to have him, and he has been appointed specifically at UTEC to help chart the course for UTEC. And I'm very happy, as I said, to see him there, but also see UTEC come here with the summer camp that UTEC is reverting to its core mission, which was to promote science and technology in Jamaica. I think you got a little deviation at one stage, but glad you're back there, and hopefully we can give you the support required, because now you realize that the future lies in STEM. My maths teacher at Cornwall used to say that the universal language of the world is mathematics. I would add today maths and music, and the two things go together. Jamaica needs to do well in both. So I have to give you the support. I said it's good to be here as you look at developing a summer camp to expose our students to the full gamut of the possibilities that exist in science. At the policy level, too, besides giving support to UTEC as our primary university, which has, it's a Jamaican university, as opposed to a regional university. We have both, and we support both, but UTEC University is our Jamaican national university. And we wanted to focus on the science and technology. Bear in mind, beside doing practical courses and university reaching out, we are also in the process of constructing 6 STEM schools, 1 STEAM: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The budget is allocated, and if you know my Minister of Finance, when the budget is allocated, the work is set. I think we go to tender for the first one in Portmore very soon, and I am acquiring the land for the second one in Montego Bay in the process. And the one in Montego Bay, since we're talking tourism, will be the STEAM school, which means science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. We had the land, the highway cut across, so we have to acquire additional land. The process is well underway, and we look forward to establishing that school in Montego Bay to provide opportunity for young Jamaicans to be exposed to quality STEM education. The future lies not just in learning applications, but in early on to understand the core principles, and we not only will have a workforce that is prepared to deal with the modern challenges of the workplace, but also begin to have individuals who I'm sure will emerge because the creativity of Jamaican is unlimited. And they'll be writing their own software, which is the key to really advancing into the 4th industrial age. I'm sure they'll be writing their own programs, and will be competing effectively with the globe once they're exposed to the basic sciences very early. That is my my vision of what's going to happen in our country. And maybe small, but I say we're small, but we're tall. We are world beaters in athletics. We are world beaters in the arts and music. We can do it in everything if we get the opportunity. And that note, Dr. Pinnock is here. Part of what I'm doing, I brought her to look at the primary school, where we have built many years back. So the legacy was there. Many years back, we built what is maybe the largest computer lab facility for a primary school. It was designed with 160 seats. It, quite frankly, was never fully utilized, right? But I know Dr. Pinnock is keen on seeing it activated, and I spoke to the director of HEART, and she has agreed that she will seek to refurbish it, equip it, and allow primary school students. But there, my other seats and my other cap aware is relevant because Jamaicans have demonstrated a talent, I won't expand it too much, in being able to utilize the computer and the digital age and the cell phone for a lot of things very effectively. Right? And earn a good income, but I didn't want them to get it that way. And my friends tell me very quickly, Dr. Chang, go to the primary school, get them engaged in the positive side quickly. I guarantee you, and this is a young man from the heart in the city, if you do it that way, they will come the right way and they're going to be developing this country faster than you think. So I'm looking forward to that when you come back, you'll not only have some secondary school kids, but you're going to have some bright kids out the Connell Avenue and Barracks Road coming to your summer camp, as we're now doing, really. I look forward to getting that entire setup in place for primary school kids. Science, the engineering science, mathematical science, which is science, technology, engineering, and maths, is crucial for Jamaica to enter the fourth industrial age. We're not going to be stuck in the plantation system and keep struggling, as I say, in the biblical term, being heroes of wood and water, doing cheap labor for the other society. We have to get settled in science, technology, engineering, and maths, and the arts, where our creative talent can emerge, and we can earn, become prosperous, earn good wealth, and make the entire country a better place. And this is the key. So I welcome you to Montego Bay, and I welcome the summer school. I'm not the guest speaker, so I'm going to brief. But I had to come, and I said, and give support to UTEC. I have a written speech. I'm not going to read it, but I'll make one quotation, one paragraph of it. So I want to paraphrase and excerpt from the STEM Education for Future Visionary Report 2020, which was states that was the government's Future Visionary Report. While the future of work, the economy, and society is uncertain, one thing is not. To establish and maintain Jamaica's leadership in science and technology discovery, we must create an approach to science, technology, engineering, and maths, that means STEM, education, that prepares and advances our people for this future. That's the key to success, and in fact, the language you use now is future-proofing the program in education. That we will skip over all those steps. What the fourth industrial revolution, right, Dr. Brown? The first one, you remember, was just the invention of the printing press. Was the basic one. Then you had a series of that, labor-intensive activity in the industrial age, highly contaminating, demanding, and belittling of multiple people. Literally just actually a version of slavery in many ways. Until now, we have come to a stage where the first industrial revolution, where computing, the digital age, is the answer. And Jamaica can look to enter that age with dynamism if we build our education system around STEM. And let me say STEAM, because the creative potential of Jamaicans will in fact link effectively with the sciences. That's what happens today. Both speakers refer to this world in tourism and music. The musicians have long gone that route. I mean, there are a lot of studios scattered all over the inner city and Montego Bay. There are little studios which turn out great music. And so it was from Bob Marley onward. Their music is on, well, all kind of instruments. Everybody knows you use a telephone. I'm not a great musician, but I enjoy the Jamaican music, and I get it everywhere. It was science that has taken our music internationally, and it will continue, and they're going to be creating more and more quality music using our knowledge in science. So let me again, good to be here to support the UTEC Summer STEM Camp. and to welcome, well, you're here already, but to welcome Dr. Brown to the Western campus of UTech. This campus is going to lead the way in your creative talent in science. I know that you have the big campus up there. We're not denying that. That's your big baby up there, and they will carry out the heavyweights. But you will see that come out of this little carnival where you'll find the diamonds emerging as you expose them. I'm confident you'll see that happening. I note one of your sponsors, and as I close on that note, National Bakery is building a bakery in Montego Bay to be totally automated. Absolutely totally automated. And what Mr. Chung was able to tell me, Mr. Hendricks, he said, look, they're going to be the highest paid bakers in Jamaica because all of them have to be computer literate. From the ones who clean the floor, and then you say sweep, is that from the one who keep the floor clean and sanitized, to the one who operates and controls the machinery. It's a reflection that the fear of losing jobs by virtue of technology is not a realistic fear. What we have to do is train the people for high-quality jobs and a different kind of work, which is required in this age of science. And they'll be better paid, and the entire society will be more prosperous. Thank you for bringing the summer camp here and indicating the route way forward. Dr. Brown and Ms. Barrett, and who is our Western Campus coordinator, Ms. Antoinette Smith. Yes, you're that last one. Thank you very much. Give you all the credit and support you need, and we look forward to a successful summer camp, and I know it will be successful. Our students in Montego Bay, highly creative, bright, and ready to learn. Right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chang. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first STEM camp that UTech is hosting, but it's the first in the West. And it's you know, people describe things as their baby. This is my baby. Well, I think the president said earlier that he spoke of his reaction when Ms. Smith pushed for the camp. And then when she got that reaction from the president, she came to me and she said, Prophet, have you happened? Please, will you support me? And I said to her, well, there's a way that it can happen. Just raise all the funds. Don't depend on the university. You go out and raise the funds. And she did that. And I want you to know that, yes, good. So I was right there with her, encouraging her, but I couldn't do anything else except raise the funds. And as Dr. Chang was speaking, he spoke about National Bakery and the bakery that they are about to establish here. So I want you to know, if you are a partner, if you are one of our platinum supporters, you were not selected by chance. So the story you raised here reminded me of that. She scoped out all of you. And when she was talking to me about National Bakery, she said, Prof, they're establishing a new bakery in Montego Bay. We have to connect. Then she told me about this New Fortress, and she tell me why is she going after New Fortress. So you have all been thoroughly scoped out. Okay, that is I'm a trained, in my previous life, I raised funds for Jamaica's national park system. She has outdone me by far, because she knows how to scope out the people. And I want to invite her to come now and share her vision with us.
Thank you, Prof. Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of National Security, and Member of Parliament, St. James Northwestern. His Worship the Mayor, Councillor, Mayor sent his apologies. Bishop, the Honorable Conrad Pitkin, Custos of St. James, Dr. Kevin Brown, President, Prof. Barrett, Deputy President. I'd like to also acknowledge Prof. Sean Thorpe, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Computing, who is here with us, with his team. Mr. Paulton Gordon, Director of Community Service and Development for UTech Jamaica. Our guest speaker, Mr. Oral Heaven, President of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce. Dr. Michelle Pinnock, Director, Region 4, Ministry of Education and Youth. Mr. Green, who introduced us so well to STEM at the beginning. You see why he's a partner with us on this STEM summer camp. Mr. Green, Information Service Division Manager, Scientific Research Council. Ms. Nadine Spence, Area Chair, JHTA. I must also welcome Mr. Samuel, Superintendent of Police and Commanding Officer for St. James. And of course, our platinum sponsors, Ms. Carter, New Fortress Energy, and Ms. Samuels from the National Baking Company Foundation. Our specially invited guests, students, Team UTech, UTech Nights, are you here? Yes. That sounds a little weak. Team UTech, UTech Nights? Okay, a little bit better. And we're here from across both campuses, Papine and Montego Bay. Students, members of the press, a special welcome to you. So, I'll provide an overview of what we have planned for our STEM summer camp this summer. The STEM summer camp emerged as an initiative to serve the community of Western Jamaica in a way that aligns with who we are as a university and the transformation we wish to achieve as an emerging digital economy, an economy in which there is increasing access and use of technology that's not only smart, but intelligent. And later on, you can link up with Prof. Thorpe, who will explain the difference. Or we have three main objectives: to foster the holistic growth and development of underrepresented and talented youths in St. James and our neighboring parishes, youths who, for one reason or the other, do not readily have the access to the resources and expertise that we have packaged and made available over a 2-week period. Secondly, we want to provide exposure to key areas of the STEM curriculum delivered in a fun and exciting and relatable manner, meeting students where they are and helping them to progress even further. Thirdly, we wanted to create awareness and foster interest in STEM-related careers and post-secondary education up to the tertiary level. We want more students from across the Western region to have big dreams and access more scholarships to drive efficiencies and productivity within industry. The last academic year, approximately 2,000 students from across the university benefited from scholarships valued at $330 million. There are also 200 scholarships specifically earmarked for STEM. We want more of our students from the West to be in the mix. The topics and the content for the summer camp emerged from a convergence of ideas and inspiration from experts within the faculties, or interactions with some of our own new students and administrators at the secondary level. We identified the need for an intervention to relieve the fear and anxiety which some students associated with STEM. It's also about accessing and meeting students, as I mentioned before, and helping them to progress. So pretty much all our faculties, we got inspiration from all our faculties, and the consistent theme emerged. Our campus will be engaged in activities delivered through the various faculties and our partners to enable them to think critically, to be able to collaborate with others, and of course with the technology for productive and efficient outcomes. They will be encouraged to innovate and not be afraid to explore new ideas and new ways of doing things. We want them to grow and keep trying to do better. And of course, be resilient and understand that failure is sometimes a part of the process, a moment to learn from your mistakes and the mistakes of others and not the end results. Several topics emerged, and interestingly in our discussion, Minister, math and music came up. We don't have that this year, but hopefully with your support, next year we will bring that into the mix, but it was one of the topics that really came up in our planning meetings. So the topics emerged. Having fun with math by Mr. Carlton Henderson, lecturer in the School of Maths and Statistics. We have the introduction to unmanned aerial vehicles, that's a drone technology, that's anchored by Mr. Robert Johnson, lecturer in the School of Natural and Applied Sciences. We also have some photography and videography, and that's by our BCAT team. And the team is here today with us, and Mr. Melville Cook is the program director for that. Also from the same faculty, we have Ms. Zoe Shim, who is our educational psychologist, who will also be working with a team from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. From the Faculty of Engineering and Computing, we will get into the robotics and the mechatronics. Prof. Sean Thorpe's team from Think includes, of course, the School of Engineering and the School of Computing and Information Technology. They will be instrumental in delivering that component. Our partners are also important. We have the Scientific Research Council that will be engaging with our students on various areas of STEM. And you would have heard from Mr. Green earlier. We also have our partners from the St. James Health Services Ministry of Health and Wellness, who will engage our students on issues concerning their wellness. Now, healthy minds and healthy bodies are able to better navigate life choices. And our team, they know all too well some of the challenges our youths face out there. So they will address issues surrounding self-esteem, peer pressure, identifying good role models, that kind of thing. We will also include some career coaching and career assessment, and our friends from the Heart Trust NSTA have committed to support that initiative. We understand that sometimes these youths look at careers like how, some of us look at retirement, Some of us are well prepared, armed with information, investing and being guided in the right direction. Others not so sure, and it seems so distant. So we're sure this element of career coaching and assessment will help to guide them and help them to navigate their way and understand whether they end up in direct STEM areas or they end up doing the arts. And we know the arts is impacted by STEM as well, so that will be excellent for them. We searched for some sponsors that shared similar values, I'm sure you will agree, and understood the value of a good education and had an interest in promoting STEM awareness and STEM education in this region. We struck platinum with 2 major companies, each committing $1.5 million to the initiative. May I have a round of applause? So we have the National Baking Company Foundation, whose parent company, a Jamaican homegrown family business that has utilized technology, or as they say, first world methods, to drive innovation, address their customer needs, and take their operations to the next level. We welcome their expansion into the city of Montego Bay and the foundation's sponsorship of this project. Thank you. Have you been feeling that positive energy inside the room? Well, that's powered by New Fortress Energy Limited. No stranger to the city of Montego Bay, and I could see that when Ms. Carter stepped into the room, yes. And we're also very happy to be sponsored by this global leader. Thank you, Ms. Carter. So just to highlight our other donors, we also have the JPS that is on board with this. Thank you, JPS. The Montego Bay Airports Limited, Rose Hall Development Limited, Cretronics, Prof. Thorpe, Cretronics also on board, Flores Creations Media, and the Pinnacle Jamaica LCH Developments. And they are supporting this initiative in one way or the other. Undeniably, there's a lot of talent in Western Jamaica. We want to see more youths pursuing post-secondary studies up to the tertiary level, as I mentioned earlier, and not just starting, but of course, finishing their programs and possibly looking towards even higher degrees at the master's and postgraduate levels. We want more students to develop the confidence in their abilities to do STEM-related subjects. Now, we are here as a university. We are here to serve the communities across the Western region and hope to offer this summer camp possibly for the next 5 years. Can I be ambitious? But as Dr. Brown and Prof. Barrett said, we can't do it without your support. And we really want to make that happen for the youths in the Western region. So send us your youths. We are here to serve Western Jamaica, and we ask this for the support from our sponsors and partners so that we can together make a bigger impact in the Western region. So I think I would have shared the dates. You will see, you may have seen them on the screen. We're excited about the project and where we're able to take it, and I'm very happy. As I mentioned before, this is a collaborative effort. We have persons from our Papine campus working with us here in the West, along with our sponsors and other partners helping to make it happen. So thank you very much. 100 students, that's our target.
Thank you so much, Ms. Smith. Thank you for keeping to your vision, and here we are today. The first leg in the relay. The real race takes place July 6th and onwards. All right. So as you heard there, we had, I like how Ms. Smith said it, we struck platinum. Yes, and we have our platinum partners with us today, and now we are going to hear from them. First, I'd want to invite Ms. Lorian Samuels, Executive Director, National Baking Company Foundation, to come and to bring us greetings.
Well, as the protocols were so ably observed earlier, I will spare us the repetition and just say good afternoon, everyone. Right. I want to begin by just saying, as I am originally from St. Elizabeth, I'm very heartened and excited to hear about this opportunity of STEM being offered as an opportunity to high school students in the Western Jamaica, and it's very exciting, and you can expect that with all of those qualified persons that I saw you name earlier in your overview, Ms. Smith, we can expect that the students will have a very good experience and learn that passion from persons who are, you know, who have the breadth of knowledge in these areas, right? Today's launch of the University of Technology STEM Summer Camp marks the commencement of a journey aimed at empowering marginalized and vulnerable male and female high school students. These students range between the ages of 14 to 17 and hail from communities such as Spot Valley, Farm Heights, Salt Springs, and neighboring communities in the parishes of Trelawney and Hanover. This STEM summer camp is designed to provide these young individuals with opportunities they might not otherwise have, fostering their growth and development in a nurturing and supportive environment. Earlier, you mentioned our theme for the camp. Think, collaborate, and innovate to grow and be resilient. Like the well-known saying, education is the key to success, our theme is not just mere words, but pillars upon which great achievements are built. In a world that is constantly evolving, the skills transferred through this initiative have the potential to galvanize the students' basic skills and serve as a foundation for their future of success. During this camp, participants will engage in hands-on activities, interact with inspiring mentors, and explore various STEM careers. They will develop not only technical skills, but also critical soft skills, such as teamwork, communication, and problem solving. Thinking is not just about processing information. It's about critical analysis, creativity, and problem solving. When you train your mind to think deeply and independently, you develop the ability to navigate through challenges with clarity and insight. Cultivate these skills by questioning, exploring new ideas, and seeking understanding beyond the surface. Yet, no great achievement has ever been done alone, you know? The greatest of achievements have been done together. So, collaboration means working effectively with others, leveraging diverse perspectives and skills towards a common goal. In a collaborative environment, you learn to communicate clearly, compromise when necessary, and harness the strengths of your team. These skills, I believe, will be invaluable whether the students are working on school projects or tackling global issues in their future careers. When paired with innovation, ideas are transformed into reality. New boundaries are pushed, and students will find new solutions to old problems and adapt to change while embracing curiosity and a willingness to experiment. The National Baking Company Foundation will always stand with initiatives such as this. They embody our grounding principles. So you can expect to see us a lot more in this space in future as we expand our reach into Western Jamaica. Yeah. Our guiding principles are education, entrepreneurship, the environment, and empowerment. To that end, at this point, I would like to thank the organizers and educators, volunteers, and partners who have dedicated their time and energy to make this camp a reality. Your unwavering dedication and hard work have brought us to this day, this very exciting day. I myself, I'm even very deeply grateful for your efforts. As we launch this camp, I encourage all the students to embrace every opportunity, ask questions, and believe in themselves. This camp is just the beginning, and the skills and confidence you gain here will be your foundation as you build your futures. To members of the community of Western Jamaica, I urge you all to support these young minds, whether through mentorship, sponsorship, or simply spreading the word. Your involvement will make a profound impact. And I hope that after today, you won't just, have attended the launch and leave, but, check on the progress of the students, see how you might be able to volunteer or lend a hand in the summer camp to come. Let us celebrate the start of this STEM summer camp and look forward to the incredible achievements that will undoubtedly come from these talented young individuals. Thank you for being here and supporting this important initiative. Finally, I want to leave you with the following charge. Let us embrace our challenges as opportunities and setbacks as stepping stones. Together, we can grow and lead towards a brighter tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Samuels. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like now to invite the other platinum sponsor, Ms. Verona Carter, Vice President, New Fortress Energy, will do the greetings, but she's up here already, but my script says before she comes, we will view the screen. So we are going to view the screen while she's here. Over to you. There you go.
So, good afternoon. Yes, it's coming on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video and you can see why we are so proud to be here today. I think it was Dr. Pinnock who talked about, where we were 20 years ago. I remember I was on Barnett Street. Mrs. Duncan started Jamaica Money Market Brokers, and I know some of you are too young, right? But we were in Barnett Street. I think it was mid-1994. And we were sitting in our office, and we were able to get internet and get Gmail And we were so excited. And then you step forward now, and we are onto social media platforms, we are on all the apps, we are on everything. And so this is the future of where we have to aim for, being part of a global community, not just right here in Montego Bay, but it's a global movement of everyone trying to keep up. And the number one marker is STEM. And this is where I have to give West Eden's, our president, a lot of credit. He came here to Jamaica in 2015 and saw the opportunity to bring natural gas to Jamaica, something that our country tried for, I think, 40 years or so. Couldn't make it because it involves a lot of money. You have to have huge amount of capital to build out all the infrastructure. You need talented engineers, all different facets of really talented people in the technical world to build all the assets to push through that natural gas and also for us to import it. And so he invested over $1 billion to do that. And in that, he met with our Prime Minister, and Prime Minister Holness, the promise was we would make sure we have a pipeline of engineers that Jamaica can realize for nation building. And that is what we have been assiduously putting together and pushing forward. So STEM is part of the heartbeat of our country, of our company. And so I am seriously proud to be part of this as a person who came through the system out of Trelawney, then into Montego Bay, where I started my first job, building Jamaica Money Market Brokers with Joan Duncan, and then through to Ritz-Carlton when Ritz-Carlton came to Montego Bay and represented our country there and went abroad through Ritz-Carlton. And so to have New Fortress Energy, having that foundation, the basement where we were able to set up this platform where we have scholarships, we are spending $10,000 US per student at UTEC, at CMU, at UA, because we want to pull those students from the margins. And I think it was, Ms. Smith who mentioned the underrepresented students. Those are the ones we're looking for. They're talented, they're smart, but they don't have it. They don't have the resources, they don't have the funding, they have nobody looking out for them, but they're brilliant and they're stuck in their neighborhoods. Those are the kids we're looking for. And so every year we offer hundreds of scholarships. We offer some to UTEC, some to UWI, some to CMU, and we fund the entire thing. And this is all the way through university. And on top of that, we develop a pipeline of internship. So when Wes came to Jamaica and he goes off and he get other contracts in other countries, he always said that Jamaica is the most educated workforce he has ever come to. And so we should be really proud of that. So we have amazing talent here in Jamaica. We have amazing people who want to do the right thing and to be educated. So we just have to look for them and pull them through the system. And we applaud the government. I mean, Miss Dr. Pinnock, we work together through the Ministry of Education. It has been a wonderful experience for us, and the devotion and dedication to STEM, being on the cutting edge, coming back through the system from the UK, right? And be right here with us after spending 23 years in the UK. That's fantastic. So thank you. We're very, very proud. We have an amazing story. We have employees that come through the internship program who are employed. In fact, it was this summer we employed a wonderful, brilliant young man out of Flankers, who was part of the internship program. So that's our pipeline as well. And some of them are serving overseas. So LNG doesn't stop in Jamaica. It's all over the place. Wes is all over the place. And he brings Jamaicans with him. Once they have proven themselves, and God, we always do the best job because we are hardworking people. We really are. And so you have people like Zorian, he's somewhere in Texas going over the world with them, you know, identifying different terminals. You have Sasha who moves somewhere else. So it is like a platform where our youngsters are getting experience all over the world and it's coming right back here. I mean, I am in a hurry because I have a plane to catch at 6:30. That's why I was up here on my feet so quickly. But my heart is here. And so when I started at New Fortress Energy, the first thing I did was to put together our foundation where we can keep that door open and keep pulling people through the door, right, from the margins. So let's keep up the good work. Thank you all. Dr. Costas, thank you so much for setting that grace. It was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Chang, and thank you, everyone, for this wonderful initiative.
Okay, just before you fly off, I think you have some other things to do. Yes, you do have. So I want to invite a number of persons to come forward. I think there are some instructions as to how we will operate. Ms. Carter will be making some presentations to some students, and in the absence of students, some reps who will from the high schools. So our first student will be Janelle Wignall from Irwin High. This is Janelle. Don't look so frightened. Oh, she's your...
And I just wanted to remind everyone that we have our annual back-to-school drive in Montego Bay on the 21st of July. We also, the 31st, I'm sorry, of July at 10 a.m. at Pier 1, where we serve, you know, back-to-school backpack, books, healthcare, you know, everything to help you to get prepared for school. We also give out scholarships as well as bursary to help with, you know, your, what do you call it, your exam fees, expenses. We also give out vouchers for school books, uniform, and all of that. So just bear that in mind because it's next month, actually. It's going so quickly. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So that's Janelle receiving her token, her knapsack with goodies inside, I would presume. Thank you so much. And then we'll have a representative, Mr. Joseph Williams, and he's coming from St. James High School. He's coming to collect on behalf of a student. And he's the principal of St. James High School. So they want to see your face. They want to see your faces. Okay. All right, thank you. And then we have Mr. Davion Sterling, and he's from Cornwall. Hi. Davion? Oh, here he comes. Cornwall College, come on up. And then we have Tasha Gay Wito from Harrison High. Tasha Gay is coming along that side. Allow her, please. Harrison High. Oh, it's a good thing I'm here because I don't know Harrison High. That one is new for me. It's a private school? Oh, Seventh-day Adventist. Good. Well, it just showed how young I am. He says it's an old school. So I'm so young. Anyway, all right, thank you. And then Miss France from Mushet. Hi. Miss France. Okay. And that will be the last of our presentations. Thank you so much, Ms. Carter and company. Thank you. No, this is mine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have been here for a while. And give me a minute. First time I have to check. Okay, so we have been here for a while, and if I were in this person's seat, I would now be saying, geez, I wonder if anybody is going to be here to hear me when it is my time. Because we have been keeping him for a long, long time. But now we are not going to delay any longer. And we want to, at this time, welcome to the podium our guest speaker, Mr. Oral Heaven, President, Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, if I was to introduce him, I would take up a lot, any bit more, I would take up a lot of his speaking time. So I'm going to ask him to come and share his thoughts with us.
Thank you, Professor Charmaine Barrett. And of course, let me just follow the protocol. Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of National Security, Member of Parliament for St. James Northwest. His Worship, the Mayor, Councillor Richard. Oh. I should not follow this protocol. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, good afternoon. And I have to acknowledge, of course, Verona, who we work so closely with here at New Fortress. It's really a pleasure working with you, working with your team, seeing what all that you do and continue to do from the Montego Bay, education, the entire community. We really appreciate you and New Fortress. It's a way of giving back to Jamaica. We thank you. And I'll acknowledge my second Vice President of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce, who's here. That's Nadine Spence. She spoke earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, UTEC is my school. My MBA was done at UTEC. I am one of the first students to do an MBA in Montego Bay, the UTEC. Where is Marlene Stevenson-Daly? I saw her earlier. Yes, she was, we did our MBA together, and we were also in the same small group of 7. I was the only male, of course, in that group. But, and for the camp that I'll speak to, I mean, it's such a great initiative. And I would love to say my son graduates from Herbert Morrison next week. And I'm sure I'm going to encourage him. You have to encourage him these days. I'm going to encourage him to be a part of this camp. It is indeed my distinct pleasure to address you today at the launch of the UTEC Jamaica Western Campus STEM Summer Camp 2024. The theme of this camp, think, collaborate, and innovate to grow and be resilient. Now, this captures the very essence of what we strive for in our communities, in our businesses, and of course in our nation as a whole. As we gather here, it is imperative to recognize the difference or the significance of STEM. And yes, it has been said many times, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And that is the thing when you're a guest speaker, you have 100 speakers before you. Then you sit and you hear your speech going over and over and over. Yes. Not just academic discipline, STEM, but it is a backbone of innovation and progress in our modern world. Albert Einstein once said, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." You believe that? Yes. Now, this quote serves as a powerful reminder of the necessity for innovative thinking and the continuous pursuit of knowledge. In today's rapidly evolving global landscape, the application of STEM is transforming businesses, driving efficiency, and fostering growth in industries worldwide. And Marlene is back. From automation in manufacturing to data analytics in healthcare, and from sustainable energy solutions to advancement in communication technology, STEM is a catalyst for enhancing productivity and service delivery. So by integrating STEM into our business operations, we not only are streamlining processes, but also we open doors to new opportunities, to new markets. And we welcome the opportunity in Montego Bay to have this camp. It's a positive news, positive thinking. We often hear in the media about issues that are pressing, such as crime, healthcare challenges, corruption, you name it. While these are critical issues that demand our attention, it is equally important to focus on the positives and the solutions that we have to solve the issues that we face. Now, one such solution is the advancement and application of STEM. Jamaica, it was said by our prof, Jamaica has been declared a STEM island. What does that mean? Now, this is a testament to our growing prominence in the global STEM landscape. This destination opens the door, this designation of a STEM island opens the door for so many things, to multinational STEM investments, real money for the business community of Montego Bay, real money for our people. Well, and that's what the Chamber of Commerce is about, providing opportunities for investment for our members, for our businesses. So this designation opens the door for STEM into multinational investments, positioning Jamaica as a hub for innovation and technological advancement. It is imperative, therefore, that we attract some of this investment to Montego Bay, and it's only natural because it's our fastest growing city in the Caribbean, and we're seeing the development. We must focus, ladies and gentlemen, on the positives and the potential solutions that STEM can offer. Now, these economic investment can drive economic growth, create jobs, and improve the quality of life for our people, and that is what we want. Montego Bay, as the center of development and the fastest growing city, is perfectly poised to become a hub for these STEM investments. Our city's growth is evident in the construction of multi-story facilities we see happening here in Montego Bay. Who would have thought that we're building the tallest building in the English-speaking Caribbean here in St. James? And this is as a result of technology. I was there when they were doing the piling. And normally, if you understand construction, there's a lot of noise, a lot of sound. When I was there, the piles go down almost 100 feet. I don't hear anything but clunk, clunk, clunk. That's technology. Here in Montego Bay, no pong, nothing that keeps you up. Ladies and gentlemen, STEM is real. It is here. We're experiencing it, and we want to embrace it. So we're happy that UTech is living up, as Doc said, to their mandate. Remember College of Arts, Science, and Technology? Yeah. Yes. So STEAM, we encourage UTech to work with the powers that be. Well, the powers that be, you report to the powers that be, to ensure that Montego Bay and Mr. Smith, Montego Bay be a part of this STEAM, because that art is still there in UTech. You know? Yeah, so UTech, technology, the arts, and of course with all tourism that use technology. Nadine mentioned the importance of the whole data in even data analytics in even renting your cars, in selling your hotel rooms, in the importance of a hotel room that is filled and not filled. All that comes through technology. So it is real. So Montego Bay as a center of development and the fastest growing city is perfectly poised for these STEM investment. Our city's growth is evident in the construction of multi-story facilities, the expansion of our tourism sector, and the increasing use of advanced technology in various developmental initiatives. By leveraging STEM, we can further propel Montego Bay into a future of sustained growth and resilience. The establishment of this STEM summer camp by UTEC is a commendable move that aligns perfectly with the vision of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This move provides our youth with the opportunity to develop critical thinking skills, collaborate on innovative projects, and prepare for careers that will shape the future of our nation. I applaud UTEC, Doc, for their commitment to fostering a culture of innovation and resilience in our young people. This is well needed. To the students who are participating in this camp, I hope my son will be one of them. I urge these students to realize the opportunity with both hands. Seize the opportunity with both hands. As Steve Jobs says, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. We want our students to be leaders in their own right. Embrace the challenges, think creatively, collaborate with peers, and let their ideas flourish. The future of Jamaica depends on their ingenuity and determination. Now, creativity is there. It's here, it's everywhere. And just this morning I saw how proud Blackman was. He got the funding and the technology and was doing his 3D printing. That is powerful. We could even print in color, but now they're doing 3D printing and all those things. It is remarkable where we are and where we will go. Creativity is everywhere. Robotics, you name it, we have it. And it's important when I see these banners behind me, and of course I spoke to New Fortress already. PPP is important, and we in Montego Bay really see the importance of PPP, public-private partnership. That's where we are, that's where we need to go, that's where we need to be as Jamaicans. We need to think about the bigger picture, and not just our little part of it, but how what we do impact the entire thing. And public-private partnership is what we're about. So we thank you, Fortress, we thank National, and Bush was here. When he was doing groundbreaking, he said to me, young boy, I mean, he thought I was young. This bakery is going to be the best anywhere. Yes, anywhere in the world, because it's going to be technology-driven, and we're going to turn out breads like, yes. So he's very passionate about that, and we are happy that he's doing that again in Montego Bay. Sometimes I say the better city, and sometimes people are upset. But let me just say Montego Bay. Now, the question is, what's the purpose? How many persons asked, and I'm going to just pause for a minute to say, what's the purpose of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry? As a matter of fact, what's the purpose of a Chamber of Commerce? There are various purposes. The Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry, with its motto, "Together we build," plays a pivotal role in business community. But before I take the role, let me just share with you that a Chamber of Commerce serves many purposes. 4 main purposes: 1, advocacy; 2, networking; 3, business development; and 4, fundraising. Advocacy involves lobbying on behalf of the business community to influence public policy and create a favorable economic environment. Networking provides members with opportunities to connect, collaborate, and share resources, fostering a supportive business community. Business development focuses on offering programs, training, and resources to help businesses grow and succeed. Fundraising efforts are aimed at generating financial support to sustain the Chamber's activities and initiatives, ensuring continued support for local businesses and economic growth. The purpose of the Chamber, highlighted, so by joining the Chamber, businesses can connect with each other, local companies collaborate on initiatives and gain a stronger voice in shaping the economic landscape of our community. Ultimately, the Chamber of Commerce plays a crucial role in fostering a thriving business environment and supporting the success of its members' organization. So it's very important that we understand the purpose of a Chamber of Commerce. The Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry, therefore, with its motto, "Together we build," plays a pivotal role in business community. Our purpose is to foster collaboration, drive economic growth, and ensure that Montego Bay remains the forefront of development. We believe that by working together, we can build a future that is prosperous and resilient. Today, as we launch the UTEC Jamaica Western Campus Summer Camp, STEM Summer Camp 2024, we are taking a significant step toward that future. This camp will inspire, this camp will educate, and it will empower the next generation of thinkers, the next generation of innovators, and the next generation of leaders. What you are all doing, the business community, UTEC, you're investing in our youth. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon with which you can use to change the world. And I can tell you that it is true. Therefore, let us harness the power of STEM education to change our world for the better. Let us think, collaborate, and innovate to grow and be resilient. The police is here, our commanding officer, Aaron Samuels, and in a matter of weeks, what they'll be doing, they'll be training approximately seven in 7 schools, youths as to how to be drone pilots. So it shows that everybody is involved. We're all working together. And I commend the police and the Chamber of Commerce, and the commander will tell you, and acting ACP, acting, or should I say ACP? Is there Eddie? Yes. Edwards, Sir Edwards. Officer, okay. Okay, so we are working closely with the police in every aspect as we work close with the business community. Guys, very important. I commend UTEC Jamaica for this visionary initiative and wish the STEM Summer Camp 2024 immense success. Together, we can build a future brighter, a more resilient future for Montego Bay, for Jamaica, and for the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful thing for Western Jamaica and an extension for our entire country. Well done to UTEC, and we wish success and this STEM Education Summer Camp 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Heaven. It was worth waiting for, as we are challenged to build together. And I want to, at this point, invite Ms. Roshana Jarrett to show our appreciation to you. No, you know, I need a bigger podium. And I need to call this one. Speak to JIS. They have to step up. Technology. All right, over to Miss. I don't know if you want to say anything, Roshan.
Well, on behalf of the UTEC Jamaica Western Campus and UTEC at large, we want to thank you very much for taking the time to be here with us this afternoon to actually share this vision here at the Western Campus. And we look forward to your continued support for not just the STEM Summer Camp, but also for UTEC Western Campus, especially given that you're a knight.
Thank you. And Ms. Jarrett is one of our lecturers here at the Western Campus, and I'm certain someone you will see if you pass by the camp. Okay, so Mr. Gordon, it's now over to you to come and do the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Prof. All protocols observed as they were already established by Prof. Barrett. a project of this nature and magnitude cannot be executed by one or two persons or one or two entities. It requires a collaborative and effort and also proper partnerships. I want to thank Prof. Barrett for skillfully guiding us through this process. Initially, she held classes, trying to ensure that everybody understands what STEM means. Thank you again, Professor Barrett. She also indicated a connection between technology and tourism. We want to thank Ashani Brown, who actually sang the UTEC song, Coastal Spinking? Pitkin. Pitkin. It's a very new name to me. I've never heard that one before. Your words of inspiration and your prayers were really, really welcomed. Dr. Brown, you gave a mandate to produce and to upskill the workforce. You spoke passionately about that. And also you spoke about how we can pivot to adapt to the changes in technology. That's quite welcome. Michelle from the ministry, she expressed her, the fact that she joined the students and engaged, ensure that they wanted, trying to remember what you said, Michelle, here. You're excited about the students that will be a part of this camp and indicated how impressed you were with the range of subject matter that will be at this particular camp. Sir Green from the SRC, you also had classes. You wanted to know you wanted to express what the STEM is about and gave a history of the genesis of STEM. Madam Spence admitted she was a neophyte as it relates to the technology, but has come a far, far way. You spoke about the data analytics as it is being used in the hospitality industry, and that will go far and wide in terms of especially our young people who are emerging in that space. Dr. Chang reiterated his support for UTEC Western Campus, emphasis on the Western Campus, I don't know why, and UTEC in general, and applauded the move to pay attention to STEM. He spoke about the legacy of STEM in the Western parishes, and of course he had to mention CC. I don't know why. I know that. All right. Dr. Chang also spoke about about STEM being a universal language, mentioned maths and music, forgot sports, I don't know why again. I'm involved with a program with the ministry, wearing my other hat, which is president of the Jamaica Basketball Association, music, sports, technology. And we actually did a showcase yesterday at Mountain View Primary. Minister Flynn was there. Quite an impressive occasion. As you know, some of the students are at UTEC doing robotics and animation. We have 4 schools in Kingston, 4 in Montego Bay, 4 in Westmoreland. So there are 12 schools involved in that program. And in terms of just the feedback from the guidance counselors and the teachers, it has been going really, really well. As the Ministry of National Security, supported by USAID. I have to make sure I get this right. Costas Pitkin, you're heading out. Thanks for being here. Antoinette, I know there's a burden off your shoulder. When I was driving down, you asked for some prayers, right? But it all came together, and it's clearly so well received, and everybody's happy about what's happening. You gave a comprehensive overview of the technology camp and how it will foster holistic growth among our young people. Ms. Samuels, I could see the elation on your face to be a partner, and we want to continue being a partner for Western Campus. And if you want to take some of the support to the Papine campus, we are there as well. Yeah? You spoke about the demography that this camp will reach, and that's a critical group, the 10 to 13-year-old group, and the years beyond that. And in the MST program, Dr. Chang, we understand why that was targeted, because it's a transition into high schools, and that's where you have to break them. So we look forward to that. Verona, who had to take a sudden flight, mentioned that STEM is the heartbeat of her company. And I like the fact that you're offering scholarships, $10,000 per student, to UTEC, again, and to UTEC. That's the only thing I heard. Young Heaven, as you said. Thanks for resounding as a guest speaker, the things that you express in terms of emphasis, in terms of the theme of the camp: think, collaborate, innovate, and to grow, and to be resilient. You spoke of the significance of STEM in the global economy, also spoke about how it opens doors for opportunities, emphasized the importance of the camp in preparing the youth from Western Jamaica. And we certainly don't want them to get into other things, so let's keep the focus there. We also want to thank the media, also thank the security team around, the caterers, Ms. Simit, your staff, who ably supported all of this initiative. And we look forward to a great effort and camp over the next, well, you start on the 8th. Spot Valley indicated, I will need to tell her, that Spot Valley indicated they wanted to send 10 kids from the MST program. And we're going to talk to Flanker as well in terms of that possibility. Thanks everybody for coming. We look forward to a great summer of technology camping.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Gordon, for thanking us. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're like me, but I could feel the energy. I could feel an excitement. I feel that we are ready for this and that you are going to spread the word. I'm not sure, Antoinette, if you have 100 students as yet. I've been trying to check on it. And she's encouraging, yes, Prof, we are going to have it. Yes, Prof, we are going to have it. So spread the word. There's energy, there's excitement, there is public-private partnership, a demonstration of how much we can accomplish with public-private partnership. Our universities, our institutions, and I want to say universities or institutions of higher learning, because I think we're sort of getting it right with the lower levels or foundations, target them a lot. Well, institutions of higher learning need you too, and STEM needs you. Universities and institutions of higher learning cannot do STEM without you, because STEM is expensive. Institutions can't manage the expense. So if we can't afford it on our own. No, well, we can't afford it on our own. So the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, in September, will be coming to meet with you. So you can pull all your collaborative team together to see how we can collaborate. And I'm serious, because Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce, which one did I say? Jamaica? Oh, can you imagine? I said the other one. Okay, so it's like how we can't say the other one. Just you take. All right, so Montego Bay, Chamber of Commerce. So we'll be coming to you. Because I'm very serious. STEM is expensive. We are committed at UTEC, we are committed to STEM. And it is that commitment that has shown us that STEM is expensive. And we are doing what we can. But we need industry partners. And so I thank you. Today you have demonstrated a commitment to that. I'm amazed and really grateful for your coming out, sharing. I'm certain Miss Smith's heart is overwhelmed. And she's also looking forward to go to support some other people beginning at 6 o'clock this evening. I won't give free advertisement. I'll just say she's going somewhere else. So I want to release you all. I want to thank you for having come. I think we have some display of some of the gadgets that our students will be engaging with. Prof. Thorpe, did you carry any gadgets out there? Yes, Prof. Thorpe, you want to say something about them? Yeah, come and introduce us to the gadgets. And let me just say thank you all for coming. And after he speaks, you are free to go see the gadgets. Okay? And yes, and have some cocktails. Well, you won't miss it, because you must pass by it. Okay? Enjoy it.
All right, thank you. A pleasant good afternoon, and all protocols observed. So this is a very, very, very significant event, and I'd like to say, my warm congratulations to Ms. Smith and the entire team, including the Faculty of Engineering and Computing staff who are behind this. The camp specific to the engineering and the robotics and the AI, what you have outside is a display of some of the Legos and the kits that the youngsters will work with over the summertime. The Arduino boards, the Raspberry Pis. Let them play with it, pull it apart, put it together, and create innovative projects out of it. That's the expectation over the period of the summer that we think wholeheartedly we need to support our youngsters in Western Jamaica where that is concerned. Full stop. So I should just quickly add that those youngsters will have also an immersion with virtual reality and augmented reality between here and Falmouth. So they'll be going to a facility that is supported through the TEF, the Tourism Enhancement Fund, which supports digital tourism at the pier out there. So there's a facility there. President and team will probably get a chance to visit it over the course of the camp. So I'm really looking forward to the youngsters having an excellent time. I wish I was a youngster again. I don't know what I have to do to make that transformation, right? But I'll work at it. But it is really very exciting. I can do some AI, yes? And we get some youth minister, yes? But I think it is an excellent opportunity for all youngsters to really engage in this, and they will have a fun time, and it will shape their lives beyond the summer for sure. So I'm looking forward to those outcomes, and I will visit and my team over the period. And I also encourage you all to visit who came today to see how the camp really is, progressing as it relates to how the youngsters use the kit. But go and become familiar with some of the kits outside. You can touch it, it won't hurt it, the robotics won't hurt. Just to share that. But I'll pass this back to you. We are at the end, right? So, all right, good. Wonderful. Clap yourselves all. Excellently done.